Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is August the 13th, 2018. Strong hand. World Reserve cryptocurrency, unconfiscatable, offended by selling. Hey everybody, I'm wearing the Satoshi shirt today. You can get shirts linked to below, discount codes, you get your Trezor, all that good stuff, all sorts of affiliate links below here. Check out disruptmeister.com to see yesterday's video, all my past videos. I post a new video here every day. Bitcoin is where the big boys play. This channel is where the big boys play. Best guests in the space. You guys know, you know the routine around these parts, baby. Okay, we're gonna jump right. What a wild and wacky day! Or maybe in the last couple minutes, things are getting wacky. Apparently, people are telling me. Who cares? So, no, look at this. There is an article out there by Nick Carter, and you can learn a lot from Nick Carter in this article. By the way, just about Bitcoin. He says media coverage of Bitcoin is still a total disaster. A rebuttal to the Washington Post article. And he says, I'm fed up with journalists who are either ignorant or unwilling to learn about cryptocurrency, holding forth on its perceived weaknesses. However, there isn't enough time in the day to rebut all their nonsense. So I have to be selective. Here I'm going to expose the Washington Post want blog piece for the nonsensical ramble that it is. Check that out, guys. You know what? The media is going to say bad things about Bitcoin. They're going to be uneducated. They're not going to do all the research. I think we're going to have to get used to that. But I'm sharing this because he rips this dude apart, and you can learn a lot about, what Bitcoin. Maybe you can get some talking points if you ever get in an argument with anyone. Don't waste your time arguing with no coiners, though. There's only a certain point. There's only a certain amount of time you can spend with a person, okay? But hey, talking to no coiners about Bitcoin, not the worst thing in the world. We'll get to that in a second, actually. So I often mention on this show that in the cryptocurrency space, and many of these, they're gurus, okay? There's guru worship, and many of them are on the ICO altcoin side of things. And some of them were in other sectors beforehand. Well, there's one, and then the 80%ers just follow these gurus like, well, what did you think about what John McAfee had to say? I don't give a darn what that dude had to. Why are you putting him on a pedestal? And why do you keep forgetting every single crazy wrong prediction that he made? Well, here we go again. Everyone's going to forget that, he had his wallet. He was just his unhackable wallet, which apparently got hacked. But the 80%ers they'll forgive him. They'll forgive him. Here we go. This is from Whale Panda. After his unhackable wallet got hacked within a few days, John needed a new unhackable project. And here it is, guys. We are excited to announce McAfee as the new CEO of LuxCore. John's appointment is part of a massive personnel reorganization, designed to drive significant and rapid business growth for Lux. It's the dawning of a new era. Okay, so whatever this Lux coin is, they're using him as a marketing gimmick. I mean, they're basically saying it. Guys, Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Don't listen to what gurus who have been wrong all the time have to say. Don't put gurus on pedestals. Don't get mixed up in the ICO. And it can be exciting. The altcoins can be exciting. But right now, they're not too exciting, are they, guys? But it's cyclical. It'll get exciting again. I just mentioned McAfee, and before that, I mentioned Nick Carter. Hardly any of you even know who Nick Carter is. That dude is a genius, and he loves Bitcoin. He was on my show about a year ago now. And then and everybody knows who McAfee is. That's the way of the world. You got to be a 20%er and go out of your way to watch and read the information that is going to lead you to a 20%er lifestyle. Hey, if you want to be the Omarosa of Bitcoin or crypto, yeah, go with the McAfee 80%ers. That's fun. That's whatever, dude. You can have fun or you can be smart. How about that? Josh Kohlhout just sent me $1.99. My last $2. Where's food for BTC? Well, I hope that's not your last $2 there. And where's food? You trading food for Bitcoin? You probably could do it somewhere. I don't know. Don't spend your Bitcoin on food, though. You can find food for free, man. Just go out in the dumpster behind the freaking grocery store you live by. Don't spend your Bitcoin on food. Oh, my God. Please, food is free. I mean, you can find, if you're starving, you can find, again, I run on Santa Monica Boulevard by the bread place every day. I'm in Los Angeles. There's bread coming out of the dumpster. If you're hungry there, Josh, go in get the bread. Again, bread is very unhealthy, but if you're starving, eat the bread. Don't spend your Bitcoin. All right, so, whoa, that was a weird combo there. Pound that like button for the wild stuff you hear on the Bitcoin Meister, the one Bitcoin show. Post a new show here every day. All right. So, but now we're going to talk about, we've talked about putting gurus on pedestals. Then we've put companies on pedestals. These invincible companies that are so powerful in this space. They will never go away. They will always be the king. They will influence Bitcoin forever. Bitmain was the one everybody was worried about a year ago. Now, Bitmain is a big company. They're a rich company. They're going to have an IPO. They're still an important company. Are they invincible? Are they the rock? Like freaking Bitcoin is the rock? No, there's no comparison in the world. There's no, you can have regular men, you can have companies, but there's only one Bitcoin. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Remember that. But here we go. Well, and so I mentioned Bitcoin, I mentioned Bcash because again, this is big in the Bitcoin space. Whale Panda tweets out and this is a good summary. So check out Whale Panda's thread here. To recap the Bitmain disaster recovery IPO. That's what he's calling the upcoming IPO. 1, they sold most of their Bitcoin and now have over 1 million Bcash. Well, that's not a good move right there, dudes. 2, they purposely didn't include the Q2 numbers for pre-IPO buyers since they were a disaster. Well, they tricked pre-IPO buyers. Too bad for them. That's their personal responsibility. 3, they told pre-IPO buyers they would use some of the money to buy more BCH. Okay, they're probably going to use their IPO to buy more. Okay, the last 2 chips they designed didn't work out. Well, then people shouldn't buy their IPO. 5, they're currently selling miners below cost. 6, their AI department is a joke. Now, the AI, I don't know why they're getting into AI, but still, I think even with all those 6 points out there, they'll be able to convince a bunch of 80%ers in the IPO market to buy up their stock. It will bail them out. It will bail Bcash out for a bit more. If you're interested in this kind of thing, it's an interesting case. It's again, Bitmain is big in this space. Pound that freaking like button. Josh Kohal, thanks again. You found another $2 under the couch on the BTC diet. Okay, dude. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it when you send me these $1.99. It all adds up, dude. It all adds up. Let me tell you something, Josh. I really appreciate the $2 or the $2 or the $2, but dude, man, spend some of that $10 on some Bitcoin. You remember, guys, you can buy $10 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase. I got a Coinbase affiliate link too if anybody wants to join. Do it that way. Yeah, you can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. A lot of people don't know that. That's why they buy these altcoins because the altcoins are cheap. Yeah, I know most of you have heard that before, but not all of you have heard that before. It's unit bias. Okay. Fine. And one last thing with the Bcash, Bitmain thing. The guy that I think calls himself Herpes Cat, or I don't know, he's got such a dirty name. He's at Medium BTC Wolves. Okay, let's call him that. A Bcash update, Bitmain, Bcash, and the IPO. What it all actually means. It's a really long post. If you're really interested in this kind of thing, you can read it. Remember, follow me at TechBalt on Twitter. I've been retweeting stuff all day. And yeah, we talked about using the affiliate links below. Here is the Bitcoin Budgie. He posted a really nice tweet. In a world with ever more rights-infringing governments, the ability to quickly pack up and leave for another country is a huge value. Strive to acquire experience and knowledge, not material possessions. If you own too many things, the things will end up owning you. So true. So true. And have that Trezor already with you so you can flee South Africa or Turkey or wherever you may be. Okay, with all your wealth, and you don't have to worry about them having bank bail-ins at your expense. Okay, here's another article. This is from Hassifly. I found it interesting. I didn't agree with everything in it. Evangelizing Bitcoin, what we can learn from religion. And one point that I liked, it doesn't matter what political party you are. I mean, the religions don't discriminate. Christianity, you can be a Democrat, you can be a Republican, you can be a socialist. They don't discriminate. They're trying to get everybody under their tent. These evangelizing religions. I mean, there's no. So you try to, if you're telling people about Bitcoin and you're like, well, you like Hillary Clinton. You can't. I'm not going to talk to you about Bitcoin. That's not the way to go about it. They'll still need Bitcoin for certain things. They're going to still need to protect their wealth. They're going to still need to move money out of countries. I mean, they still want a newfangled savings account. They're Hillary Clinton supporters that still have savings. As I have said in the past, you want your worst enemy to own Bitcoin too. I mean, there's nothing wrong. It just shows you the strength of Bitcoin. There are no gatekeepers. There's no one keeping out. It's unconfiscatable. It's what's the other word? Oh my God, I'm uncensorable. Okay, uncensorable. All right, so anybody can use it for whatever. I mean, you can send it to people that are really bad dudes, but no one can stop you. There's no middleman saying, "Oh no, you can't support those dudes down in Louisiana doing a bad thing," or whatever it may be there. So again, if your rivals, if your enemies are buying Bitcoin, it's just helping you in the long run. It's helping you in the long run, dude. The more people that get into this thing. Again, we can't take it personally. You can't take it personally with Bitcoin, okay? It's, it's business, nothing personal, dudes. It's business. So there's going to be, just like religions don't discriminate against political parties. If you're talking Bitcoin, don't let it throw you off if someone's a Democrat or something that you're not or whatever, a liberal. Or if you're a Democrat and they're a conservative, okay, enough of that. So it's funny. Yesterday, I was going to talk about the Hoffman line again. Hoffman line strong. And for those of you who are not familiar with the Hoffman line, it is the Bitcoin's market cap when it's $100 billion. Once it got over $100 billion, the market cap of Bitcoin, Andy Hoffman said, hey, this is when the big players get interested in it. They're going to keep propping up its value. They're going to keep buying it. At this point, they're taking it very seriously from his experience, because Andy Hoffman has that intergenerational wisdom. He was in the old financial markets, and he knows that $100 billion means something to those guys. They take the asset seriously when it hits $100 billion in value. So again, I don't care much about fiat price at all, but I have found it very interesting that the Hoffman line, it might have went down for like a second below it at one point, but right now, the price of Bitcoin, for it to be worth the market capitalization of Bitcoin to be $100 billion is like a $5,812, I believe, something like that. And I think this evening, or right as we went on air, it was almost flirting with that. So we'll see if the Hoffman line remains there. I mean, it's been very interesting to look at it from that perspective. And I bring it up again because Bitcoin has lived over this Hoffman line. Since November now, or I don't know, so almost a year. And I think in the future, it is going to be the dividing line. It's going to bring other altcoins legitimacy. It is going to get them into the top tier. Now, again, Ethereum and Ripple, amazingly enough, have been over the Hoffman line very short period of time. So I'm talking about once they're up there for a long time, they might be up there forever, just like Bitcoin here. Forever being, relative, I guess, if it goes, we're going to see how this works out. This is still, I have said everything is cyclical here. Well, this is new. The Hoffman line is new. Bitcoin has only been over the Hoffman line, for 10 months, for a year, whatever it's been. So we're still learning about this. If this is something that is going to be maintained, And if and once you go over it, you don't go back down under it for a substantial period of time. So this will be something interesting to study, to learn about. But I also think in terms of altcoins, how many altcoins can really get over that $100 billion line for a long period of time? And I think some can. I think some can. It might be very far in the future too. And again, we value our wealth in Bitcoin anyway, but it's something clear that the common people can understand. You know, when we're trying to differentiate between altcoins, you know, some of them are complete nonsense. You can just say, okay, dude, your altcoins okay if it's over the Hoffman line. That's it. That's good. And there'll be like the 5 of them, like in 5 years or something like that, that are like that. I don't know. All right, so there's your little Hoffman line. Keep on paying attention. See if this Bitcoin keeps on bouncing off that Hoffman line for all you fiat freaks out there. But I'm no fiat freak. I'm a 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin kind of dude. Okay, here is a tweet from who is this from? That's great. I didn't actually include the link to it below. I'll have to go find it. There's been a massive 42% increase in visitors to Bitcoin.org from Istanbul as the Turkish lira plummets. This is how Bitcoin. This is how Bitcoin takes over the world, not through ETFs or hold, but through replacing fiat currencies as they fall apart. That actually is from Cobra, and I will find that after the show and post it below. I don't agree 100% with it. I think it's fascinating that these developing world currencies, because they're worthless, man. I mean, do you want to be holding Turkish lira? Do you want to be holding, you know, the Mozambique? What's that thing called again? I forgot what it's even called. The Angolan, whatever it is. You don't want to be holding these. These things are risks for hyperinflation. It's the smart people over there that are going to get into Bitcoin and are going to save their butts. So yeah, that's going to help Bitcoin. Is it going to take help? Is Bitcoin going to take over the world that way? I wouldn't go to that. I think it's a big thing. I think it's a big thing, but it's not going to take over the world that way because unfortunately, so many people in these countries are statists that'll just listen till the very last second to what their government tells them to do. No, you must hold on to the lira. Love our country, Turkey. No, don't go down with the ship, Turks. Don't go down with the ship. Get into Bitcoin. You'll be in great shape. You'll be able to move to Germany or wherever you wish to go in Europe, I'm sure. Here's one, another one here. What do we got here? Oh, this tweet. Well, first of all, Philadelphia, the 18th, that is Saturday. I am speaking there, cryptocoincon.com. Check out the links below. $45 to get in using that affiliate code link below. I am getting pumped to return to the East Coast for a few days, but then I'm going back West Coast to Spokane, Washington on the 19th of August. So I'll be back on the West Coast. I like being on the West Coast this time of year, although it is way too sunny in Los Angeles. When you're running at 11 a.m., it's really, I got all this sunscreen on me still. It's really annoying. But, you know, who can complaining about the sun? That's hilarious. What a life. Complaining about the sun. Yeah, I know it's a little ridiculous, but you don't want to get sunburned, man. I did my sprints today and then I ran 6.7 miles. I like to do my sprints at the beginning of the week. Always good to do those interval training sprints. Look that stuff up. There's your Meister health tip of the day. All right, finally, the Tour de Meester tweets that I've been meaning to bring up for like over a week, but I keep forgetting them or I keep running out of time. Okay, here's one. In crypto bear markets, miners' profit margins get squeezed and they are more likely to sell all mined coins to pay for electricity. This sell-off effect is stronger in younger altcoins with higher inflation rates. Well, yeah, that's probably why those ones are the ones crashing right now, because all the miners are like, ooh, but can I get something out of this stuff now? All right. Number 2, Tour de Meester. Hypothesis, excuse me. Academia has relatively more affinity with proof of stake because vote-based decision-making is embedded in university life. Yeah, that might be a reason why some of these professors are not down with the proof of work, man. They're into the democracy and the, I don't know, mob rule mentality, the mob rule with the suit on. There, check out Tor's tweets below. That's the end of the show. Felt like I skipped something. I probably did. I'm Adam. Pound that like button. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, and Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the links below. I will see you guys in the chat right now. Bye-bye.